Welcome to the final part of the Spongebob movie game Let's Play, and we are going to be doing the final boss, and get the final thoughts out, and that'll be a Let's Play for you. And I love how the crown changes, because we saw in like Google Eyes and Smelly Knickknacks, the crown was big enough to fit both SpongeBob and Patrick, but if we look at it in this cutscene, it's small. Okay then, I don't really understand that. But hey, it's final boss, and I gotta explain it, and I'm not gonna waste time explaining the size issues that the crown has. But now, we are gonna be doing the final boss of the game, Buckethead King Neptune. As soon as this cutscene's over. Okay, yeah, now it's over. Alright, so, the final boss. And I gotta say, from Battle for Bikini Bottom, this is a huge step up. Basically, his first attack is basically he'll shoot a flamethrower, or that he'll use to fry Mr. Krabs. And well, you don't want to move. Like don't outrun the flame. And just constantly jump over it. And from time to time, after enough times when he does that attack, heck, he'll try and actually snipe you. The best indication is if once he zooms in on you, jump. This way he'll actually outrun it. And what I just did there was the laser beam actually deflected off of Mr. Krabs and off the tables. You want to get the tables flipped first. Because if you don't, then, well, it's not going to happen. If you do hit him with his own laser, or he'll become dazed. He's giving you the opportunity to strike at him with your sonic boom guitar, which is appropriate for this scene. Because, hey, heavy metal rock. But yeah, just do that. If you try using the sonic wave guitar at him, he'll actually deflect it. Yeah, just don't do it. But hey, final boss. Alright, now he'll actually, now in the second segment, on his health bar, he'll send these energy beams at you. So they have a limited range, but it pretty much covers up a huge amount of area. But there are also beams that are going to be spinning around, and more beams are going to be coming out from the metal, like that. Luckily, I do know a trick, because I'm going to be showing off a little later. But hey, trick. It can't hurt. I think if you get hit, the amount of times that he'll attack will actually reset. And because after a amount of times when he does that attack, he'll actually try and shoot with the laser. But yeah, for some reason there's this piece of debris here. You can actually stand on it, and you can avoid all the lasers. Talk about a cheap way. Although it's not really going to help you that much when you're trying to turn the tables. Well, I mean, you still have to move. But if you constantly get hit and you turn all the tables, well, just step on that piece of debris and you should be okay. Although you can't really do that in the last segment on his health bar. But who cares? I'm not too sure about this, but I think the tables will switch back. Heck, I'm not too sure on that, though. Well, I mean, yeah, I think you have infinite time to actually flip all the tables. And actually have King Neptune. Before King Neptune actually fires his laser or something. If that makes any sense of what I'm saying. But hey, alright. We're taking down the second part of his the second part of his health. use the sonic boom, and now for the last 2 hits, he'll destroy the floor. And also, oh yeah, yeah baby, this music right here. I forgot to mention this, but actually, and I'm gonna go off on a tangent here, but oh my god, I love this track. Like, SpongeBob movie game as a whole has a really good soundtrack. Yeah, some tracks are pretty hit and miss, and some of them can kind of get repetitive, especially the one if you die or fail. Well, but when it comes to songs like these, when it comes to this song right here, even though it's taken straight from the movie, it's still a really good song. Like, I enjoy this song. I enjoy this. But now this part, yeah, the floor parts of a majority of the floor is destroyed. Right? He'll send out these energy beams, and for some reason these launchers, these guys that throw projectiles, and for some reason I died. Okay then. Thankfully, if you do die in this part, you stay on this part. Which is a really good idea considering, because, it'd be harder. Like, stupidly harder. Ah, well. Just going on to the movie as a whole, it's a really good movie. I played this game before the movie came out. But you know what? Well, actually, I played this game before I watched the movie, and, well, I watched the movie, and I gotta say, it was actually pretty good. It's basically, typical plot that's good enough for SpongeBob. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. And the writing's pretty good. And it's a must watch for all you SpongeBob fans out there. As well as a must play, but I'm not going to talk about that until we get to the credits. But, memories of this song. I can't get enough of that. That's like nostalgic to me, in a way. But now we have one more hit, and alright, we got. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the energy beams are basically, they've been toned down, so they'll only send like just more. The beams themselves, well, the beams will only go in a circle, and that's pretty much it. Like, they'll come out in a circle, right out the center. Come on, I can do it. Come on, I can do it. No. But yeah, this boss fight as a whole, it can be challenging, but it can be fun at the same time. And this part, though, can be a little cheap because of the amount of stuff that's thrown at you. Not to mention that you're limited on where you're standing. So you really gotta watch where you're going. Like, you gotta watch where you're jumping. And alright, one more hit. You would think King Neptune would stop shooting at Mr. Krabs. Oh well, but that is it. That is the SpongeBob movie game in terms of, well, LPs. We got our final Goofy Goober token. Well, supposedly. And now, the ending, which kind of a letdown, honestly. I mean, more still images. At least the voice acting's pretty good. But yeah, this is pretty much the ending. It's the same, it's the same as the movie game, as the actual movie, but the way on how this one handles it is pretty bare, and well, is this ending totally worth the effort? No, it's not. I don't think you can get any. I don't think you get anything for all the Goofy Goober tokens. And I said that. Yeah, I just said that in case if I haven't said it already. But at least this is the last of the low budget cutscenes. And alright, so now we are going at the credits. That is it for the SpongeBob movie game. Here come the final thoughts. Alright. When I first played this game, and I can honestly say that for my love with Battle for Bikini Bottom, I just wish that there was a sequel. Well, and this is probably the closest we'll ever get. In fact, I like to call Battle for Bikini Bottom in the movie game in the Battle for Bikini Bottom Chronicles or something. And the level, I still like this game. The game has flaws. As the levels are a bit too linear, or the difficulty can be a little cheap at times. Especially when I first played it. But now that I think about it, when I actually played Planktopolis for the Let's Play, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, the levels were a little bit too linear. They're not bad by any means, but they could have been more open. But aside from that, the game follows the movie pretty well. Level design, while linear, they can still be pretty fun at times. And my only real complaint is that I didn't really complain about this when I was a kid, but a lot of elements are recycled. From Battle for Bikini Bottom. But if you watch Fawful's Minion's top 5 SpongeBob games, which is a video that that you guys should really check out, he likes to think of it more as an expansion, and I can honestly kind of see that. But as far as Heavy Iron goes, guys, this is the last game that Heavy Iron was a part of. After this game, they're done. And THQ would still go on, but as for Heavy Iron, no. I don't know if they're out of business or not, but I haven't really seen them. Oh man, I know that THQ actually went out of business quite a bit recently. Which is a shame, really, because I want to see a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom, let alone an HD remake. And the same thing can go for this game. But that is it here for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game. After the credits, it just cuts you back to no cheese. And, well, this has been quite a Let's Play. I had some fun making this LP. I'm learning a bit more on editing. But that is it for this game, guys. With all that being said and done, I am GameMan5804. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play as much as I did. And see you guys for Creature for the Krusty Krab as the next SpongeBob.